So, guys, once again, you are welcome to our first episode of our podcast. Here with me again is my brother and my friend Mike Way, who have supported me since December 2020 when I started. And I know some people, if you watch that one, not watch this one, or watch another one, that's how to do it again. So now the guy will get my page with this. In case you need to buy some followers from my page, he will give it to you. So his name is Mike Way. Welcome, my brother, once again. And also, he has a page right now, Mike Way Kicks on Instagram. Please support him because the football world need more brilliant people like himself. So now, we are just going to work on this one very easy. Chelsea don't win Tottenham. And I'm going to be honest, so many people are saying, Mona, shut up. Now we Tottenham will not go rest. Which will be 17 video because of only one Tottenham when you win. So I think some people will be like, Coach, I don't think we are talking about Chelsea again. But now we are not talking about the Chelsea Tottenham. We're talking about Chelsea as a team right now. It was released today that the most goals scored in the top 5 leagues in Europe, Chelsea have scored the most goals. With 8 games, they got 26 goals in the league. 8 games, 26 goals. Atletico has 25 in 28. But now we are here because of Chelsea. The next Premier League team to Chelsea is Liverpool. And they are in number 7. So see the distance where Chelsea give the next Premier League team. 26 goals in 8 games. What is the secret of this? What has changed in this season?
I think what changed in this team is the brilliance of the coach, the tactical genius of this coach. This coach has shown that I might be coming from the championship, but I don't need to be underrated because he has the technical know-how and the tactical ability to transform this team. This team was a team that has been written off before the start of the season. So many pundits wrote off this
team.
Go
big coach from relegation.
Yes.
And all that. Signing 30 billion gang.
30, having 40 players in your team. How do you manage the minutes? How do you give this guy minutes? How do you give this guy minutes? How do you, make everybody happy? You understand? But this guy has consistently proven that I can do this. I don't need to be in the coaching world for more than 20 years to have the ability to do better. And he's showing it already because right now the Chelsea attack is fire, honestly, because the load now is not just put on Cole Palmer alone. It has been shared.
Yeah.
So it's
like last season.
Yes, it's lightweight for him right now because even if he doesn't perform, there are some other people that takes the burden off his shoulders.
Like the Netopo.
Yes. The Neto, the Madrakers, Sancho right now, Jackson.
Everybody hot.
So I think the formation, the togetherness, the brilliance, and the tactical ability of this coach, how to tweak things, how to make sure your opponent doesn't know what you're coming with. Because he studies the opponent before he goes with this formation. Yes, most of the time it feels like Chelsea play a particular kind of formation. Chelsea plays this particular kind of pattern. But no, he looks at the opponent to get his particular game plan, how he wants to play. And I think this whole credit has to be given to the coach. The coach has shown that he can really perform, and it's showing in the team.
But towards the end of last season, Chelsea became so good. Pochettino started getting good results, scoring goals. Chelsea was so good in the last 5-7 games of the season. Do you think Chelsea built on that? Or this is clearly Maresca's job completely and there's no link to Pochettino's game?
I wouldn't say there's no link to Pochettino's game. Yeah, because obviously Pochettino contributed to like a bit of what's going on right now because last season, towards the end of last season,
I don't know how the man rephrased that statement. Yes. I think when I say, usually I used to say a bit, but when I remember he signs Cole Palmer, I don't want to say a bit. So Pochettino contributed a lot to where we are today. He bought Cole Palmer.
So we need to give credit to him, in as much as he didn't last on the job, but most of this credit has to be given to him. He trusted Colwill to come back into the defense and being a starter. You understand? There are some players he also trusted. So we have to give him that credit as well. But what Maresca has done, he has transformed this team, you understand, to be title contenders. Even if he doesn't want to be, seen as a title contender, he wants to take it a step at a time, a game at a time. That's what brilliant coach does. That's what intelligent coach does to reduce the pressure.
Yes, infused into the players. Yes. After the Tottenham game, they was asking Sancho. Yes. So after this winning, he just say, "Una go down, probably compete for the title now." He say, "No." Sancho still said, "No."
Yes.
So you can see that he It be like if Jose now those that wear those Nigerian film where the boy go cut him and the girl cut their jugo leak on blood. It be like don't leak, everyone don't leak blood. Say he just say it. If you say it, he die. You all that cut.
Yeah,
Already
exactly.
don't say that we are in the title race and all that.
Yeah.
You know? Another thing I want to say is looking at what I saw here, it is stated that how good are Chelsea this season. According to the post here, this is a comparison for the last 10 seasons after 15 games for Chelsea. 15 games generally now. Yeah. The first start was 8 games in the league. So this 15 games, both our conference and everything. Now, in the last 10 seasons, last 10 years, that's 2014 till now, Enzo Maresca is now in the second position of the most points accumulated in 15 games. Yeah. You understand? And the best one above him is 16-17, which is Anthony Conte. So in the last 10 years, all Chelsea coaches where Chelsea don't use. No, there was a season we used 4 coaches. Yeah. So with all the coaches that we have used, Maresca has been able to get the second best results so far. Is it just his intelligence, or do you think he's lucky, or you think the players, or we bought quality players, or you think the board, probably maybe Todd Boehly has been able to, because I think Todd Boehly has withdrawn himself a lot. Yes. We don't hear about Todd Boehly again. Under Pochettino, Todd Boehly, they come, dressing room, and all that. So do you put all of this into this man's brilliance, or you think the players stepped up? We have seen a better Jackson. You understand? We've seen a more forward Sancho who wants to shoot now. Sancho doesn't shoot, even in Dortmund, even in United. Now we have seen a better Modric when Modric comes on. Yeah. Right now, we are seeing the best Caicedo ever. We are seeing a newly divorced Enzo Maresca to Enzo Fernandez. Everything turns to Enzo McAllister. Like we said, we've seen a better Cucurella, a better all-round players. Yeah. So, do you think he is the one that has handled all of this himself, or the players, or you're going to give credit to the players as well for working on themselves?
Yeah, in as much as I'll give Maresca credit, also remember that before Maresca, there was a coach that was around, and before that coach, there was another coach that was around that had similar kind of players, but weren't getting results. So, in as much as I would like to give Maresca the credit, I would also like to give the sporting directors credit. The Joe Shields of this world, who single-handedly picked Cole Palmer and brought him in, who picked the likes of Caicedo and all that. You know, they're a team. Like I think there are 3 of them or 2 of them. They're a team. So those sporting directors, for you to identify a particular player that has a very good potential and a good future and bring it in and make that team and make him so comfortable around those players that are there before, you need to give those sporting directors a very, very good credit, because those guys, most of these players, we Chelsea fans, we don't actually, at some point we criticized it. We criticized the moves sometimes.
Of the players?
Yes.
You know, be wishes in me.
You know, because when
they buy Palmer.
When they bought Palmer, most Chelsea fans were not happy. You know, like, who be this guy?
I mean, captain that group. Yes.
Like, so it's not just that. There are other players. Like, why would you spend so much money on Fernandez? Why would you spend so much money on Caicedo? Why will you bring an unknown player?
Do you think Maresca met a working squad already, or he built the squad to his standard?
He met a working system, and he translated it into the team's performance.
Okay.
With his intelligence.
Is that the same situation for Slot?
If he was in a mess.
Is it the same situation for Arne Slot?
Slot met an already a balanced squad. Yes, because at some point they were competing for the league last season, and they dropped off towards the end of the season.
Okay. Because when I went to Fanshire's house, we had an issue then. Yeah. They were asking me Slot and Enzo Maresca, who has done better, who's getting more credit. So who are you giving it to? Do you think it's Enzo Maresca or Arne Slot?
I'll give it to Enzo Maresca. The reason I'll give it to Enzo Maresca, because this Chelsea team is not a finished article yet.
Yes.
They're a work in progress.
Work in progress, yeah.
You understand? And these are young squad. Compare it with the Liverpool squad. You get experienced players like the Van Dijk of this world.
I know,
the Konate, the Robertson,
Salah.
There's so much. You understand? So I will give it to Enzo Maresca to bring this squad together, having a bloated squad and trimming it down and getting the best
Crazy,
out
man.
of these players.
Because I remember when
It's not
Chelsea had
easy.
so many players 2 seasons or 3 seasons ago,
Yeah.
they say any coach will get this amount of players now failure and arrival.
Exactly.
That a Pep cannot even do it, a club cannot even do it. So
Exactly.
people were already expecting that he's actually going to suffer, when he gets to this, when he gets into this job with this much kind of players.
Yes.
So they were surprised that at the end of the day, he was able to balance, the players respecting themselves, being very disciplined.
Yeah.
He has not lost the dressing room,
Yeah.
and everything is still going well. So I think everything is completely based on this man.
Exactly.
Correct. So lastly, before we go, I'm going to ask you 2 questions before we leave. Very quick questions.
All right.
Number 1, if Chelsea qualifies for the Champions League, we know Chelsea will qualify. Do you trust Jackson to be the same striker for next season?
It will be a very difficult one because now at this point, you're not playing Conference League anymore. You're not playing Europa League anymore. You want the best legs in the Champions League and also in the league.
Because we are going to reduce our players.
Yes.
Don't go to the Champions League. Because
Yes.
now most of these players, we are able to compensate them with conference.
Conference
But
league.
during Champions League, you can't do that.
can't do that,
The same players who
exactly.
are playing league, you go play Champions League.
Yes.
So you're going to reduce them.
So you need your best legs. So
Perfect.
I think he needs a direct competition right now.
Competition.
Next season.
When you say competition to Jackson, means the person comes as a bench player to just where Aguero will be that time. But just be in competition. So then they buy the striker and make all competition with Jackson. I mean, Jackson go compete with who won by.
Jackson already is doing a bit well this
So
season.
you trust him to lead us in the Champions League
No,
as
to
the
me-
main striker?
To me, I feel Chelsea needs some better striker. Yes, Jackson will still get minutes, right?
But
Both
do
in
you
the league
think-
and in Champions League.
You be like you don't too love Jackson. The English
No,
is ready to answer.
No, Jackson.
He go be striker for Chelsea Champions League.
No,
Yes or no?
To me, no.
Good.
I prefer someone else.
Perfect. You prefer someone else.
Yes, I prefer someone
Good.
else.
Then now getting into our defense area,
Yeah.
it's been an issue right now. They say Chelsea winning the league depends on the defense because
Yeah.
it seems like the attack is solved, midfield is solved already. The central back, do we need to buy in January or we have to manage to the end of season and buy a more better, bigger defender?
The thing is,
How many do we need to buy?
attack win you games, like I always say, defense win you
Win
trophies.
trophies, yeah.
All right. For you to be in a competition as critical as this, right? You need a very, very solid defense. When Klopp started the rebuild in Liverpool, he brought in Van Dijk. He changed everything from the defense. You understand? So Chelsea need that statement signing in defense.
Does it have to happen in January? Because we are running out of time.
No.
So does it have to happen in January or
I
it
think
has
it
to
should
after
be
this?
at the end of the season. You can't get the best of the best in January.
So no signing of don't sign any defender in January.
No.
Wait till the end of the
Wait till the
season.
end of the season.
Are you sure that? I know we are not in the title race, but bro, we need the title, bro. So if we are going to win the title, you sure that this defense will deliver the title?
If Chelsea have to compete for the Premier League, they don't need to be a distraction in that defense for now. When I mean distraction,
Fofana has gone out for injury. We lost Fofana to injury already.
He
We
will
can't
be
trust
back.
him. Rich James is not trusted. So we got Cowell. The coach seems not to trust Tosin. So we are going to dance between Badashi, Cowell, and this thing.
instead of spending more,
We'll go
why
sell
not
ourselves for
why
14th.
why not bring Chalobah back as a backup?
Most likely.
Yes,
Best option.
I think
in
that,
January.
that should be the best.
It will be
I think
so
he has a break clause. I don't know.
Please.
But you
Enzo Maresca, if you are hearing my guy, please call Jehovah's son. You know it's Jehovah's son. Call the Jehovah's son in the name of Jesus. Back to the defense. Let the Jehovah's son come and defend us spiritually and biblically this season so that we can probably win the league.
Yes.
So thank you very much once again, my guy Mike Way. God bless you. Chelsea fans, let me know your thoughts. If you think the defense is good enough, he said we should not get defenders in January. We should wait till the end of the season. Yeah. But before we go, just 1 second. You know any defender where you like? Any defender that enter your eye so far? Or you never think of him?
I never think of him.
I get one.
Araujo.
Marquinhos.
I think about Araujo for
Araujo. I want my guy to
Benfica.
Bremer, where the Juventus. One bad guy.
Yeah,
big
very
head.
well,
Yeah.
very
Yes,
well,
sir.
good.
So thank you very much, guys. I'm your boy, Coach BI International. One time.
Cheers.